Welcome back to Hood 187. Today we're diving into the story of Jacob Crawford and the notorious Rollin 60s Crips. Jacob Crawford was a 17-year-old from southwest Oklahoma City, an ordinary teenager with an extraordinary presence. That's until Sunday, July 6th, 2025. Jacob's life came to a sudden, tragic end, an end that would send ripples through his community and beyond. Jacob was known to friends and family to be a sweet kid with no affiliations with any gangs. Instead, he was remembered as a warm, smiley kid who loved fishing and had big plans for life. His closely knit family included a 19-year-old brother and several friends who described him as endlessly optimistic. Just days after the joyful fireworks and family barbecues of the 4th of July holiday, Jacob had spent that previous week like many other teenagers in OKC, laughing with friends, enjoying the summer, and making memories with his loved ones. But just 2 days later, everything changed. In the pre-dawn hours of Sunday morning, Jacob found himself at an apartment complex near Southwest 59th and Douglas Avenue. The specifics of why he was there remain under investigation, but according to some reports, he may have planned to meet someone or was invited there by people he thought he could trust. What Jacob didn't know was that the night would take a deadly turn. Sometime before 5 a.m., a confrontation occurred, and shortly after, police received phone calls about gunshots coming from the complex, and when officers arrived, they found Jacob in the parking lot, suffering from at least one gunshot wound. Jacob was found unarmed and had no known history of violence. First responders rushed him to the hospital, but despite their efforts, he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. Authorities say the suspect fled the scene immediately. Soon after, rumors began circulating online, with some sources suggesting that Jacob had gone to the apartment complex to meet with a group of Rollin 60s Crips. The Rollin 60s Crips are originally from Los Angeles, California, and are known for backdooring. The Oklahoma Rollin 60s Crips have a notorious reputation for violence and have been active since the late 1980s. Approximately 3 months ago, the Rollin 60s Crips set up a member of the Rollin 90s Crips by luring him in under false pretenses, then jumping him and taking his gun. They used a balloon release for a fallen neighborhood Crip as bait, catching him off guard when he wasn't expecting it. Although both sets fall under the neighborhood Crips umbrella and are supposed to be allies, this situation is an example of how ruthless the Rollin 60s Crips are. The neighborhood Crips often turn on each other, becoming their own worst enemies as much as they are enemies to those outside their set. Several neighborhoods across Oklahoma City claim ties to the Rollin 60s Crips, making it difficult to identify a specific set associated with the murder. Although Jacob was not known to have any affiliation with the Rollin 60s, it is common for teenagers in Oklahoma City to have friends connected to gangs. In fact, a large portion of the city's youth population is either involved in or connected to gang membership. The police are still investigating the murder, and it has not yet been confirmed whether it was the result of a gun exchange gone wrong or a robbery. All other rumors remain unverified stories at the time of this recording. Jacob was a young man with big dreams. Jacob had plans to start a business with his brother and close friends, and he had many accomplishments that sadly went unfinished due to this tragic loss. He was deeply loved and known for lighting up every room he entered. His family is currently raising funds to cover funeral costs and other related expenses. The donation link can be found in the pinned comment below. At this time, Jacob's family has no information on who may have committed this senseless act of violence. If you have any details regarding his murder, please contact the Oklahoma Police Department. Thanks for watching another episode of Hood 187. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.